All right, let's freaking create a character, dude.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're we're making the guy or the girl. We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Create a character. All right, so as we're going into this, Brooks,
Next.
coleslaw. Yeah.
I like it.
You can use there's also you can like have it give you a random name as well. It's really
I want to
fun.
see the suggestions. Chattis. I like that. Engelbert. I love Engelbert. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Wait a
there you
minute.
go, Engelbert.
Wait, yo. Hey, hear me out.
Engelbert's dope.
Okay, now we're cooking.
I like Engelbert as a first name. I think it's great.
I think it would actually be funnier if his name was Engelbert Coleslaw.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
There you go. There you go.
All right, next.
All right. So scroll down a little bit. Let's see. Scroll down a little bit. I think we want
a Rick and
op-
Morty content.
Yeah, there's some free Rick and Morty content, but we're not going to use that. So click where it says optional class features. You're going to turn that on and customize your origin. Turn that on. And then scroll down again. Make sure all this other stuff is on. All right. So Engelbert Coleslaw.
Engelbert C, baby, come on. What's the
Yeah.
C stand for? You'll find out the hard way.
Dude, you should just go by Engelbert C.
Yeah, dude,
That's
that's
like the letter C.
that's like my warrior name, but like my
There you go.
God-given name is Engelbert Coleslaw.
Coleslaw. All right, hit the little arrow to the right. Also, just for those that are watching or listening to this after the fact, this is we're using D&D Beyond to do all of our character building.
What did you
That's
ask
what
me to
we're
do,
gonna-
Andrew?
Hit the little blue arrow
This one?
to the right. Yeah. We're using D&D Beyond. So I was going to finish explaining. We're using D&D Beyond to build our character is what we're going to be using to do all of the rolling and whatnot. And everybody who's playing a character is going to be using it to keep track of their stuff and their stats and all of their things. If you remember from the previous video, we looked over a little bit of D&D Beyond whenever I showed you some of my characters. So
Gross. Sorry.
let's
You were talking.
do this thing.
Hopefully I can cut out that nasty noise I made. If I remember. That we'll figure it out. Okay, so I like
there's-
Bugbear a lot.
So there's a lot of options here.
I like the idea of Bugbear.
So yeah, there's a ton here.
Oh, Deep
you
Gnome.
have-
That sounds hard as shit.
Yeah, deep gnomes are pretty cool. If there's how about let's just go at the top. Go to the top and just like read them all. If there's any of them that are like sticking out to you based on the picture or something,
Okay, so
feel free to ask me what they are.
what's the difference between the legacy and non?
It just means there's an old book.
Oh, okay. This doesn't reflect the latest rules, and I see.
Yeah,
So
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra.
Basically an eagle person.
Oh, can I click this to?
Yep.
That's cool. This is kind of like the Rito in Zelda.
Yeah, very similar.
Let's see. I'm just gonna go down, and if I find anything that's like, what is this? Where Fae, like the rest of their elven kin, now they exist in a state between life and death, thanks to being transformed by the Shadowfell.
So the Shadowfell is like not necessarily like hell. It's like this dark place of perpetual darkness where
like
a lot of like demons come from. A lot of necrotic energy is there. It's like a plane. It's a plane where a lot of necrotic energy exists.
I got you. What's Bugbear up to? I gotta see. So, despite their formidable build, bugbears are quiet skulkers, thanks to a fey magic that allows them to hide in spaces seemingly too small for them. Powerful build, sneaky surprise attack. So they're kind of like they're like strength assassins essentially.
Yeah, basically.
That's kind of
big,
neat.
but quiet.
I like the duality between that because you wouldn't think
Yeah.
that like a strength character would be that way.
Yeah.
Those
are very cool.
I like this.
Yeah, there's a big lion person.
That's pretty cool. Nomadic lion-like humanoids who rarely interact with other peoples, having all they need in their shimmering homeland. That sounds about right. I like this guy.
You like that guy?
I do.
That's pretty cool. So let's do that. So
it seems pretty simple.
yeah, that's great. And he works really good for the build that you kind of want to go for, I think.
I believe so, yeah. So dark vision, which is cool. I like the idea of having dark vision, but also being like I can see in the dark, but I also have like bulk, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to choose this guy.
So choose race. All right, cool. Go to Hunter's Instincts. Choose a landing skill.
Oh, cool. Athletics, intimidation, perception, survival.
So athletics is like if you were to have to jump a really long distance or something like that, or try to jump to reach something. Or athletics maybe like if you try to lift something. I might make you roll an athletics check for that. Intimidation is exactly what it sounds like. Perception is perception can be used for all sorts of things. It's a pretty versatile skill, but it's like if I want you to see if you pay attention to things is like perception. Like, do you pay attention to details, or do you pay attention to like things happening around you?
That makes
or are you
sense,
perceptive to things happening around you? Yeah.
My gut is telling me survival. Something about it sticks out.
That makes sense.
What is
Makes
that
sense.
like? Would that be like? Explain that to me.
So survival would be like if you're out and about and you're trying to maybe track food, or like hunting, or maybe like to see if if something is edible or not, like a plant.
That's cool. I like it. I'm gonna go. I feel like that would work with that. I'm gonna go for it.
Cool.
It
works with the whole coleslaw thing, right?
Yeah. I gotta figure out if this coleslaw is worth eating. Oh my god.
I like the Lion Man Engelbert.
I do too. He's turning into a cool guy. I like him.
So some cool things that you have. You get an automatic ability score increase, which is pretty cool.
Sweet.
So you get a +2 to your con and a +1 to your strength, which will, if we're choosing barbarian, which I'm pretty sure that's what you landed on, those stats will help you in that. You get dark vision, which is great. You get a claw attack, which is really cool. You just do extra damage with your claws.
Your claws are neutral weapons, which you can use to make unarmed strikes. If you hit with them, you can deal slashing damage. I was going to ask you if there was like blunt damage, slashing damage, like pierce damage and stuff like that.
There's bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing are like your general weapon-based damages.
That's cool. You can deal slashing damage equal to 1d4 plus your strength. That's kind of nuts. So if we're fighting something that's weak to slashing, I'm like cracks my knuckles and claws them.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet. Yeah, honestly.
So it's pretty cool. It's a nice little extra thing.
Yeah, wait till we fight a big rock monster. Yeah.
And where it really helps is like if you get disarmed, like if you lose your weapon, you still have like natural weapons.
That's cool.
So
they really thought of everything when it comes to this stuff. This is kind of wild.
So cool. Hit the next like little blue arrow. Class time.
Yeah.
So we know we're doing barbarian.
I want to see the other ones. So there's so you were
free to
explaining
ask
the
me
different
about any of
kinds
them.
of magic between like a warlock and a wizard and sorcerer. And then there's a rogue, which is like dex and intelligence. Artificer is just constitution, intelligence.
So Artificer is like a guy who uses magic and intelligence to. He's a builder of things, so he makes devices.
Okay, so that makes sense. And then I guess a bard would be more of like a supporting class, and then.
So a bard, a bard is a magical class. Uses charisma, and can be a martial class if you want it to. There's like some subclasses that make it a martial class, but you're basically like a musician or a dancer or a storyteller.
Druid, intelligence and wisdom. That's pretty cool. Fighter, strength and constitution. What is barbarian? Strength and constitution. Battle. You fight with primal ferocity. On your turn, you can enter a rage as a bonus action.
Yeah, there's
that sounds
more
about
stuff.
right. What would a monk be like? Strength and
a monk is like a martial artist.
That's really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Master of martial arts, harnessing the power of body in pursuit of physical and spiritual perfection. D8, dexterity and wisdom, strength and dexterity. That's kind of cool too, honestly.
There's key points to do things.
I think I should just stick with barbarian. I think that's gonna be.
Yep. I was gonna say for you, barbarian or fighter.
Yeah.
Those will probably be your two best options. Barbarian is gonna be no armor, sword and shield. Barbarian is gonna be no armor, probably no shield, big weapon, two-handed weapon probably. And then a fighter is going to be like heavy armor, sword and shield, lots of attacks and stuff. So
paladin is a holy warrior bound to a sacred. Paladin.
So paladin is like sword and shield, but uses holy magic like clerics.
That's cool. I'm gonna go barbarian, I believe.
Cool.
That makes sense for me.
Sweet. Go to the optional feature manager.
Instinctive pounce.
So add all of those.
Oh, add all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. And then go to so now we're gonna roll for your abilities.
Okay. So go next.
Not quite yet. Go up real quick for me. Go over to class features. All right, go ahead and pick your proficiencies first. Pick your level
choose
1
a barbarian skill. I'm animal handling. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna use athletics and intimidation because that makes sense as a lion dude. Right? Because like I can jump and I'm also freaking terrifying because I'm a lion person.
So yeah, that's true. So let's also read your unarmored defense real quick.
Okay. While you are not wearing any armor, your armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit.
So you can still use the shield if you want.
That's cool.
So yeah. So that's why I was saying your constitution, while for you will normally for your constitution, it would probably only help like your constitution save and your health. But for you, because you're a barbarian, you don't wear any armor. And so your natural like toughness is a part of your armor class now. So
yeah, because it's sort of like I'm just super thick. So that's pretty much how I used to build like Dark Souls characters, is I'd wear like really lightweight armor and with the giant weapon and just do my thing.
Hit 'em. Yep. So that we just have to think about that. So we're going to your priorities are going to be when we get into your abilities are going to be your strength is going to be what you use to do all of your attacks and deal all of your damage. And then your dexterity and your constitution are going to be what we need to make sure we pay attention to as far as like your armor class for combat. And then you're probably going to pick one of the other 3 soft skills to be good at. So
Gotcha.
so let's hop over to the abilities before we come back to the leveling up stuff. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and where it says choose a generation method, you're going to click roll, manual/rolled.
Okay.
All right, and then you're going to roll.
Oh, I like that. So 14 strength, not bad.
Well, it doesn't have to be strength.
Oh. Oh, I see.
So just roll all of them first, and then we'll decide where they go.
That's so cool. I like that they roll on the board. Okay.
12 is good. Oh, that's a good one. So we got a 14, a 10, a 12, a 17, an 11, and an 8. So
Not bad.
that's actually really, really good. So what we want to think about now is you have a dump stat, which would be your 8, which is like the thing you're going to be the worst in.
Yeah.
So let's pick that. Let's save that for, in a minute.
Uh-huh.
What our best stat? We know we have a +2 in Constitution, and we know we have a +1 in Strength. So I would say we probably want our best ability to be our Strength, because we want to do a ton of damage.
That's true. I was gonna say my best stat be Constitution, and then my second best be Strength. So, for example, if I put the 17 into Constitution, I can just tank a bunch, and overall, does that make sense? Like I could do more damage and stay alive longer.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you wouldn't do more damage necessarily because your strength would be lower.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, I could. But I
that's
could
fine.
live
But
longer.
you would have more health, therefore you would live longer, and I agree with that.
I think that's cool.
We're gonna do a little bit of moving some stuff around. But
Oh yeah, because
that's a great
I guess I can move these points around.
Yep. So 7. Let's go ahead and put the 17 in Constitution.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So next is the 14.
Yeah.
So I would say put that in Strength.
Agreed.
All right. The next highest is the 12. That is going to be a +1, I believe. You could put that in Dexterity.
I definitely will do that. Well, let's see. Do I benefit at all from Dexterity? I guess it could you.
You do.
Could you
your
roll
strength, your Dex and your Con stack
Oh,
for your
Okay.
AC.
that okay. I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, then I definitely want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So now we get your soft stats. What do you want to be like? Do you want to be book smart, or do you want that to be your dump stat?
Probably my dump stat. I'd like at least a little bit of wisdom and charisma over intelligence, because I feel like charisma could maybe get me out of a weird situation. I don't really see myself using intelligence or wisdom that much, though.
Okay. So I would say I would probably make your dump stat your intelligence. So make that the 8.
0 intelligence, just like real life. and then I'll do this for
I would do
wisdom.
10.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, sure. That's great. So click apply ability score at the green button.
Okay, pliability scores.
There's your current numbers.
Sick. I like that.
All right. So that's great numbers to start with. We're going to go back to your class now. We're going to do this one level at a time. So we're going to level you up to 5. So go ahead and go to level 2. All right. So now, what did we get at level 2? Let's look at this. What did we get at level 2?
Let's see. What was? Oh, I can't go back down, I guess.
Well, it says it. It says it on the thing.
Oh,
it says what level they come in at. So you got reckless attack and danger sense.
Oh, I see that now. Starting at level 2, you can throw aside all concern for defense and attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you an advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you have advantage. So it's kind of like a high risk, high reward type
Exactly.
beat.
Exactly.
Like, I can do a lot of damage, but I can also take a lot. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff alongside that.
Yeah. And then at level 2, danger sense, you gain an uncanny sense of things when you're nearby. When things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. I like that. You have an advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
It's awesome. And real quick, before we get too much further, I want you to read the rage.
Okay.
This is like your barbarian's like main ability.
Okay. In battle, you fight with primal ferocity. On your turn, you can enter a rage as a bonus action. While raging, you gain the following benefits if you aren't wearing heavy armor. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a barbarian. As shown in the rage damage column of the barbarian table. Sick. You have resistance.
That'll change automatically for you.
Cool. You have a resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. So it's pretty much any physical damage.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
It does half damage to you.
Not bad.
Yeah.
If you are able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate while you are raging. Good. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Your rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. You can also end your rage on a turn as a bonus action. Okay. Once you have rage, the number of times shown for your barbarian level in the rages column of the barbarian table, you must finish a long rest before you can rage again.
So basically, you have a certain amount of times per day that you can rage. And then when you rage, so generally at the beginning of combat, like the first thing you're going to want to do is go into a rage as a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yep. So go ahead and let's hop up to number 3, level 3.
Ooh.
All right. So this is where we get to pick our subclass. Go ahead. Primal knowledge. Go ahead and pick another barbarian skill.
Let's see. Let's do perception.
Agreed with that. Definitely.
And then
Primal path. All right. So this is where we get to like into the nitty gritty of like different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at your options.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So, Path of the Battle Rager is like actually bad, so we're not going to worry about that one.
Oh, is it like a villain arc? Is it like story wise or like?
No. Like the stats are just bad. Like it works against itself. It's a very not well optimized class. They're getting rid of it in the new edition.
Oh, I see.
So wild magic is cool. You like roll on a table whenever you rage, and it does kind of some cool stuff, but it's a little bit chaotic. Ancestral Guardian is really cool. Gives you some extra damage. Path of the Beast turns you into like animalistic tendencies, but you're already a lion, so that might be kind of redundant.
Mm-hmm.
Berserker is like the traditional barbarian of guy that lives in the icy tundra and beats things with an axe.
Nice.
Storm Herald uses a lot of like ice and cold damage, and like calls upon like the gods of the storm to help you fight. Totem Warrior is very based on like the Indian type totems and stuff, and you get extra benefits across things. And Zealot is like a little bit of holy, like a holy barbarian, almost like a crusader barbarian type.
Oh, that's cool. I honestly feel like the Storm Herald is cool because I like the idea of having ice and cold.
Okay, let's look at it and make sure that that's exactly what that does, because I haven't read that one in a while.
Storm. Okay, let's see. Storm Aura. Starting at 3rd level, you I don't know that. And
Emanate.
What?
So it means it's around you. You just have an aura.
I'm stupid. Let me learn a new word. Emanate. Oh. Of something issue or spread out from. Emanate.
Like you emit.
Oh, so that's just emit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Emanate. Okay. You emanate a stormy magical aura while you rage. The aura extends 10 feet from you in every direction, but not through total cover. Sorry. Your aura has an effect that activates when you enter your rage, and you can activate the effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. Choose desert, sea, or tundra. Your aura's effect depends on that chosen environment as detailed below. You can change your environment choice whenever you gain a level in this class. Oh. I'm going tundra.
So you can look at each of them and see what they do.
Oh, okay. So it's just like fire damage. Oh wait.
When this effect activated, all other creatures in your aura take 2 fire damage. The damage increases when you reach certain levels in this class. So yeah, basically every turn you can have people take 2 fire damage. The sea, when this effect, you can choose one other creature you can see in your aura. The target must make a dex save. This target takes 1d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Wow.
The damage increases as you get to certain levels.
It's crazy. And then each creature of your choice in your aura gains 2 temporary
hit points as icy spirits imbue it suffering. The temporary hit points increase when you get to certain levels in this class. So, yeah, so that's like for your allies, basically.
So everyone in my aura gets.
So they would have to be like, and that includes you as well.
Yeah, so we'd all get basically extra hit points.
So you would be giving out 2 temporary hit points. Now, temporary hit points don't stack.
Yeah,
I don't believe. So
it could make or break somebody dying, maybe.
Potentially.
I'm gonna do that because I feel like being this like icy. I want to be able to do something for my teammates rather than just doing raw damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the tundra.
No, that's cool. All right, sounds good. So we're gonna go up to level 4 next.
Ability score improvement. Ooh.
So here we're going to pick our strength and our constitution. Because we want to make sure that it puts our strength up and boosts it up a number and gets it up to the next bumped up number. So I think you'll have a +4, I believe. So ability score improvement. And then your constitution will be 20, which will be maxed out. You'll have a maxed out constitution.
I want that. And then just give it strength.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Yep. And then go up 1 more level. and will be level 5.
Your speed increases by 10 while you aren't wearing hip. So I'm just like, and I'm not going to be doing that anyways. So
Well, it's good for you if you need to get into combat fast. So like if you're far away and you're trying to get to somebody on your turn.
Awesome.
So that's good. So you're level 5 now. Awesome. So let's go back over to your abilities, and you'll see your updated abilities as well.
Okay.
So now you have a +3 strength, a +1 dexterity, a +5 constitution.
That's awesome.
Your intelligence, I think, is a negative number.
Yeah.
-1. Wisdom is, even. Charisma, also even. So that's great.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you're not bad at wisdom or charisma. You're just kind of normal. And then your intelligence, you're just not smart, which is fine.
Hey, man.
But you are constitution wise, you are beefy. So
me no need brain when can take lots of hit.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. There you go. All right, so let's go over and we're gonna pick some background. So now we start to get into like developing your character a little bit.
Common and Leonine. Nice.
So
looking for something on the list below. Unlike all official options in the mod, I don't need to do that.
Yeah. All right. So this is where it gets really fun.
Oh, so you could basically just make any sort of.
So this is kind of flavor text, and it gives you some bonuses here and there. But it kind of gives you an idea of like where are you coming from. So let's talk about your character, Brooks, before you kind of pick this, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your character.
Mm-hmm.
So Engelbert, where is he from? Is he from the mountains? Is he from the ocean? Is he from like the seaside? Is he from the desert?
He's definitely a mountain dweller because of his the Storm Herald type beat. So the mountains are his home. That's where he's the most comfortable.
All right. Is he a like family person, or is his family alive, or?
Honestly, he's kind of just his own guy. Like
So no family. What happened to them?
He never found love.
Well, no, I mean like his parents. Does he have siblings?
His parents? No, he's an only child, and his parents have passed.
Okay, so parents have passed at war, or?
Yes.
At war? Okay, that's sick. That's sick.
So my family died in all of them. I'm the last survivor.
Okay, sick. That's dope. And you're just out here making a name for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really dope. So, all right. So, let's see here. Have you been living around people before you're coming into where like this situation? Before we start the story, have you been living in a town? Have you been living in a group? A lot of barbarians will have like traveling like groups that they live in, but you don't necessarily have to. Like you could be a loner.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of being an entertainer because
entertainer. Okay.
It's just so think about this. So the reason is, I lost my family very young, but I'm also in a group of barbarians, and that's sort of what we do. So in order to cope with the loss, I entertain.
Okay. Cool. You attempt to entertain.
Yeah, so I had to learn a skill to keep myself occupied. to deal with
that's great.
the loss and the grief.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's a great way to do that. See,
Yeah,
you're getting it already.
Yeah,
you're getting it
character
already.
building. I understand.
Flexibility of the flexibility of the character building can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, so I'm going to oh man. I definitely want it to be the dulcimer.
Okay.
I've actually played a dulcimer in my lifetime. I used to have one.
Oh, really? That's cool.
They're super cool. It's like it's like a flat guitar you strum out like that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just a dulcimer fiend.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Sick. Oh yeah. So with that, choosing the entertainer background, you get added proficiencies as well. So you get the acrobatics and the performance skill proficiencies, which could come in handy. So that's a dex-based proficiency and a charisma-based proficiency. So that could be super helpful. And then a disguise kit. Don't know if that's really going to come into play in this scenario, but you would, if you needed to put on makeup to
I would
go put on a play or like hide yourself or look like somebody else or something.
Oh yeah, if I needed to like sneak in somewhere or be somebody I'm not, or
Yep, exactly.
Not bad.
Or like not look like yourself, basically.
Yeah. So yeah. All right.
Love
so by
it.
popular
All right.
demand. You can always find a place to perform, usually in an inn or tavern, but possibly with a circus at a theater. So I can just find a place to go to. Your performance makes you something a local figure when strangers recognize you in town. They like me. Nice. Awesome.
So, and that's probably going to be how we get you into this game.
Yeah, so, yeah, okay, when it comes to the lore and everything, it's like you find me, hey, I like that big lion guy playing the dulcimer. He looks awesome.
Yeah. So we'll figure, I'll try to kind of play that into your character a little bit.
That's so fun. That's really cool.
That'll be really fun. So, awesome. Let's go ahead and hit the next one. We're going to get some equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Get some stuff.
So we could choose equipment or gold.
Let's choose equipment just to make it easier on ourselves for me. There's a couple things I'm going to give you. So let's go any martial melee weapon. And let's pick... What are you thinking?
I love the idea of a warhammer. Well... it's a great sword, great axe, flail, battle axe, longsword, glaive.
Glaive is really sick. Do you know what a glaive is?
A glaive. It's
a pole with a giant blade on the one end of it.
Yeah, it's like almost like a halberd-ish kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. Very similar.
It's like a halberd with a sword at the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very sick.
Halberd's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maul or. I'm gonna go with the warhammer.
A warhammer, sick. All right. And then next, 2 hand axes or any simple weapon. I would say 2 hand axes. Those are gonna be if you need to throw anything.
Okay.
I like those for you. And then explorer's pack and 4 javelins. Some more stuff that you can throw. Comes with a bunch of backpack, bedroll, traveling stuff in general. You can pick another thing. I would say something like you already picked a dulcimer. Yeah, picked another one. Maybe one. So a dulcimer. Maybe you have 2 instruments. Maybe you have your stage instrument. So the dulcimer is your stage instrument. And what about your travel instrument? The one that you're just gonna you're not gonna pop your dulcimer out in the middle of the road. So maybe a pan flute, something that you can put in a bag or something like that.
I'm gonna take a hand drum. That's what I want.
Okay, nice little hand drum.
That's cool. So I got a love letter or a lock of hair or a trinket. But I can't get a trinket. I want the love letter.
Awesome.
And they get a costume and a pouch containing 15 gold pieces.
Cool. Go ahead and add starting equipment.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna so for your backpack, make sure that's added. Yeah, a little button there.
Yes.
Make sure we equip your javelin and one of your hand axes.
Is it wheeled? Is that fine?
Yeah, wheeled. Yeah. And then your warhammer as well.
Like that.
All right, and let's go up and go over. And go to view character sheet.
Huh.
So here's your character.
Not bad. Pretty cool.
This is your character. This is Engelbert.
Oh, Engelbert Coleslaw. We love you, buddy.
You have 65 hit points.
Wow.
Like, you're
Not
pretty
bad.
sturdy. You're pretty sturdy. I'm gonna pull you up on my computer so I can see you.
And you
And we're
guys will have all
probably-
this already once it's made, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can see all. I mean, you'll be able to see all of this stuff. You can pull it up, and you're gonna use D&D Beyond to like keep your character sheet involved, so that way you know what you're doing. Engelbert Coleslaw.
That's our
great-
guy.
That's our guy.
He's the man.
That's great. That's great, man. So we're also going to. This is gonna be really funny. I think the other two are both playing humans. And yeah, they really went hard on optimizing their characters, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, because they know how to do it, I like. I want to kind of see how they play too. You know.
So what
See
we're
what they
also going
like
to
and
do.
what they-
What we're also going to do. So we're going to give you some stuff now. Do you want your character to have a shield?
No.
Okay, so you want a two-hand weapon, this thing. So go over to your warhammer. So the warhammer, you see how there's two damage die? There's a D8 and then a D10.
Yeah.
So the D8 is if you were swinging it with one hand, and the D10
Okay.
is if you use it with two hands. So if you're using it with two hands,
Oh, I see. So I can
it's a versatile
I can
weapon.
pick how I swing with it.
Yes.
But if I had a shield, I would not have that option.
Exactly. If you had a shield,
Okay.
you would have to use the one hand option instead of the two hand option.
I love the claws too. The idea with the claws, man, like that's just so awesome.
Yep. So yeah, that's just extra damage you could do. So that's cool. You can throw those hand axes and those javelins. So those are cool. I think I'm gonna give you a free. You're gonna get a free weapon, just to kind of I'm giving everybody like a free magical upgraded weapon. So
cool.
So go to inventory.
Inventory.
Go to manage inventory. And you're going to type in Warhammer in the filter section.
Warhammer.
All right. So let's give you the +1 Warhammer. So add that
This one?
Yep.
Equipment.
Yep. And we're gonna make sure that is so uncheck the other Warhammer, and yeah, make sure that one's checked. Cool. And now when you go back to your actions, that Warhammer will show up.
Ah, I like it. That's cool.
So that's cool. And then for you, because you didn't get, like, both of the other guys chose like crazy special things. Let's go. I'm going to give you a feat. So let's go to features and traits. And scroll down to the bottom.
This.
And we're going to manage feats.
Okay.
So
wow.
This is just like extra stuff that you get. So you remember whenever you were adding your ability score improvements at level 4, and there was an option that said feats? That's what these are.
I did see. Okay, I did see that.
So that's what these are. Bunch of cool options that you can use for a bunch of different things.
I like the idea. Crusher stands out to me.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at it. Don't add it yet. Just look at it.
Okay. You're practiced in the art of crushing your enemies. Jesus. Granting you the following benefits. Increase your strength or constitution by 1 to a maximum of 20. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move 5 feet to an unoccupied space, providing your target is no more than one size larger than you. When you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls. Okay, so this is definitely the one I want.
Cool.
That's cool. So,
Yep.
And I'm gonna show that in strength.
Yep. Not gonna help you a whole lot, but it's cool.
Yeah, it might not, but like I think having a Warhammer that will do bludgeoning damage, it kind of just is just synergy.
No, yeah, that synergy is cool. The strength won't help a lot, but the other stuff is very cool.
Yeah, true. Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to help you keep track of all that stuff. So, all right, let's go through like a little combat here. It's like a base combat. So you're walking through the woods. You come across a clearing. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Roll a perception check. Where do I do that?
So you would go to the perception skill.
There's passive perception.
Nope. Roll perception in the skill box.
Skill box. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to navigate this page when you ask me to do stuff.
Yep. That's why we're doing this.
I see.
So you just click the perception skill. The +3
It's
next
probably
to
right in front of me. Where?
in the skills section.
Oh, this right here.
Yep. Perception skill.
I
Click the
just clicked
+3
this.
part. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. Let me get this. So I'm walking in the forest, and then so I got a 3. So I got a 6.
Cool. So you see in this clearing, it shouldn't be clear, and it feels like there's no animals here, where you know that there should be some sort of tracks here. It seems like things have cleared out for an unnecessary reason. Roll a survival check.
Okay, so I got a 9.
All right. Now roll another one, and we're going to take the higher one. I'm going to give you advantage on this.
So I got a 13.
Okay, cool. So we're going to take the 13 on that. You smell something rancid, something gross.
Sorry.
You smell something rancid. And you look over to your left, and you see a dead deer with a goblin on top of it. And he looks at you, and he screams at the top of his lungs. And 3 goblins, 2 from behind and 1 from the one off the deer, jump and run at you. So we're going to enter into combat. Now, when I say roll initiative, that means we're entering into combat. So let's roll initiative.
Okay, so roll initiative. So I got a 3.
Cool.
So how are you are you just making this shit up, or are you determining it based on like a book or like a set of?
Well, right now I'm just making everything up. But
that's fine. So, but when you do the actual campaign, it will be based on something.
Maybe. Some of it will. Some of it won't.
Okay, that's cool with me.
Yeah, some of it will, some of it won't.
That's cool. I like that. I like that you can kind of just the DM can create their own set of circumstances.
Yep.
That's nice. Okay, so three goblins, right?
You're slow off the jump. You didn't expect the two behind you. You got the one in front of you at your sights. So he's not going to get the jump on you, but the other two are going to get the jump on you. So
Ouch.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to we got two guys coming in from behind.
Nice.
They're going to swing a couple scimitars at you. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, so this one it hit an 8, so he comes up behind you, and as he swings, he comes down with his scimitar, which is like a curved bladed weapon.
Yeah.
And comes down, and he comes down right as you're pulling your warhammer off to get ready, and you just happen to glance and slide it off. So he misses, and then we're gonna have the other one attack you. And he crit. So
damn it.
So you glance this other one off and didn't notice that there was a third one behind you, and he comes in with his scimitar and just rams it into your back. You're going to take 24 damage.
Jesus.
So go to your hit points. Type 24 and hit damage.
Oh, Lord.
All right, now it's your turn. So
okay.
So you're in combat. You got 3 guys around you, 2 guys, one's still far away from you, 2 guys are right up on top of you. So for a barbarian, generally, you're going to want to use your rage ability here for a couple reasons. One, it gives you resistance to all of the piercing and slashing damage and stuff. But then on top of that, it also does the your rage ability, your aura, your tundra aura, which gives you 3 extra temporary hit points.
If I'm in if I'm by myself, let's say I was by myself, and I'm kind of ambushed like this, and it doesn't look too good off the jump, that's a good time to rage, probably.
No, rage in general, if combat starts, it's a good time for you to rage.
Oh, okay.
Your entire character is built off of raging.
Right, but I only get a certain amount per day.
Yes, I think you get 2 or 3.
This gives me 3, so
yeah, so that's great.
Okay, so we'll rage.
So as a bonus, so we're in combat. You have an action, you have a bonus action, and you have your movement, and then a reaction. But we don't have to worry about that as much for you. So you've just used your bonus action to rage.
Okay, so this one, yeah.
Yep, you just use your bonus action to rage. So that's your bonus action. That one's done. You give yourself 3 temporary hit points.
Okay, so
where it says temp to the right. Yep, you have yourself 3.
So 3.
Cool. And then now it's your turn to attack. It's your turn to attack. What do you want to do with your action?
I want to.
You can go to the action tab.
My warhammer. Huh?
Go to the action tab. Yeah. That gives you all of your options for
attack, cast a spell, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise, ready.
But attacking is probably the best option for what you want to do.
I definitely want to attack.
Awesome. So for the attack action, you get 2 attacks per attack action. because remember you're level 5, so you get 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's cool. So two attacks.
So we're gonna on the Warhammer, you're gonna hit the +7. Let's roll to see if you hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
I hit from the back.
All right. So roll your damage. Hit the D10 one.
Oh, now I'm seeing what. Okay. Now I'm seeing.
So you did
everything.
seven damage, and then plus your rage damage because you're also raging, and I believe your rage damage is a +2.
So that's 9.
Yep. So 9 damage. So as you come, you deflect, and that one goblin gets you in the side, and you push him off, and you swing your hammer across, and you catch him in the face, and just rip his head right off as you turn around. He's fully dead. You face the other one that tried to get you, that you deflected earlier. Let's roll to attack.
And the other one's far away, so...
The other one's far away, so we don't have... Yep.
So roll attack again.
Roll attack to try to hit the other guy.
I can roll attack on any of these, right?
You can, but you're using your Warhammer right now. So
Gotcha.
And it has the best damage and all that kind of stuff.
That's true. But I could choose to use claws if I absolutely wanted to.
If you wanted to, yeah. It just does less damage.
Okay,
so.
I'm gonna run with Warhammer. So that's a 25.
Awesome. Hits. Let's roll damage.
So definitely hits him.
Roll damage.
And then we'll roll this one. Okay, so do 5.
Plus your
7,
rage damage.
So 7 damage.
Yep, 7 damage total. So, and then as you come, you just follow through, and you hit him. You hit him in the side because he's a little closer to you this time. You get that full rotation swing. You hit him in the side, and you hear his ribs, and then you hit him so hard that when his ribs crack, you hear him gasp, and he punctures his lungs and just falls over, starts gasping for air as he's dead.
Nice.
So that you have your movement left. Or you can choose to end your turn. So you can either do something with your movement. Your attack action's over. That's all you can do. You've used your action. You've used your bonus action. So now
okay,
you can,
so
you can
I have
either...
a limited number. I have a limited number of these weapons.
Yes.
Hand axe and the
you have
javelin,
two,
right?
You have 2 hand axes, and you have, I believe, 3 javelins.
Okay.
But you could try throw. You can't throw one because you've already used both of your attack actions.
Okay, so now all I have is my movement left.
Yep, which is your 45 walking speed up at the top.
Let's see. So walking speed 45. How far away is the...
Let's see. I'd probably say he's... I'd probably say he's like... He's at least 30 feet away from you.
Okay, so my movement... I'd like to get out of this situation after I took a huge crit.
Sure.
So I want to get out of here.
You can try to get out if you want.
So bonus action.
You've already used your bonus action to rage. You've already used your action to attack.
Okay, action to attack, a bonus action to rage.
So I think right now all you have is movement, and that'll be the end of your turn.
Where is what do I do for that? Like,
you just tell me what you want to do. If you want to run away,
I want to run away.
You want to run away? Okay, so full 45 distance, run away in the opposite direction of this guy.
Yeah, I want to get out after I took a crit. I'd like to get out. You know.
Okay, sure. So you dip 45. It's this goblin's turn. He's going to... Now, this isn't just a normal goblin. So he's going to run his 30 feet, and then he's going to use his bonus action to dash because he's a sneaky goblin. And he's going to get to you get pretty close to you. He's going to run 30 feet. He's going to dash for another 30 feet with his bonus action. And then he's going to use his short bow. He's about 10 feet away from you now. So he's going to use his short bow. And we're going to see if he hits on a ranged attack.
Okay.
So what's your armor class?
16.
All right. He meets it. So he's going to hit you with 7, but you're raging.
Yeah, so I only really take
so we have
4.
that. So you take 3 because remember we round down.
Oh, so I basically just don't take any damage.
Yep, y'all. That's just temporary hit points gone.
So change that to 0. Whoa, that 30.
And that's the end of his turn because he only has 1 attack.
Okay, this should just be that. So I still just have 41.
Yep.
Man, I'm having a rough day.
Okay, so it's your turn again. Do you want? You're close to him. You're within 10 feet. You want to just go for it and try to beat him into the ground?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up. Like he doesn't deserve that.
All right, so you're gonna move your so in your turn order, you have an action, bonus action, and movement. So you want to just run up to him and hit him?
Yeah, I want to run up to him. I'm gonna fuck him up. I want to
All
make
right.
him wish he was never born.
So in your situation, what I would suggest if you really want to just try to end him really good, go to your bonus action options. You have the go to features and traits. Sorry, it's not here. It's in the you went past it. It's at the top. It's the reckless attack.
Oh, this?
Yep. So if you really want, you can choose to do a reckless attack on top of your normal attack for your first to give yourself advantage.
Let's do it. Let's run it. I'm pissed. I can't let this guy live.
All right, cool. So you're going to move the 10 feet towards him. You're going to get that running start and move towards him. So roll. Let's see. All right, go to actions and let's roll 2 attack actions with your Warhammer.
So this one?
The +7.
Roll another one. Yeah, I like that one.
17. Oh yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, I think I fucking killed this thing.
Yeah, so you had that 10-foot distance, so you were able to get enough speed. You jump up, you land on him, and that Warhammer just comes down and encompasses him, and then he's just gone.
I like encompasses him. That's awesome. That's what he
gone.
gets for hitting me with that fucking bow.
Yep. So, and that's it.
Crazy.
That's the end of the combat. So combat ends.
All right, so
that
my
would
rage is
be-
done, right?
If you want it to be, it'll last for like another couple minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, let's. I guess at this point I would stay in rage because I'm like not safe.
Yeah. So you're hyper aware. Roll a persuasion or perception check.
Roll a perception check. 16.
Cool. So yeah, you know you can come out of your rage if you want, but you are safe. Nothing's around you. Everything's gone. You killed whatever was around you. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
and
stay
that's how
in, baby.
that is how an interaction would go.
That's cool. There's so many things that could happen based on what I do, what you know, what you're leading, or
Yep.
how you're leading it. You know,
Yep. Go ahead and
not bad.
Yeah, dude. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool. That's like a basic version of D&D. So playing with other
Yeah.
people is even more fun because you get higher level stuff. You get, all these different characters and things, and yeah, it's super cool.
Very nice.
Go ahead for me and do a long rest.
Long rest.
Yeah,
So it's
the little hammer thing on the. It's on the very top. It says long rest.
Oh.
And just take long rest.
So that basically heals me.
and gives you back all of your like rages and stuff. It resets you.
Nice. Is that what you do in between campaigns?
That's what you do like when you sleep. A long rest is considered 8 hours of sleep.
Something we never get.
Yep. 6 to 8 hours of sleep roughly.
Nice. That's
Noise.
pretty sick,
So, yeah.
honestly.
That is your character. You've got your character.
I love him. I love him. I think he's cool. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, so now between now and the game, just be thinking about like how you want to play him, maybe some different lore you want to have. Don't think of anything too crazy. So I'll give you some lore instances of like some things that I've done. So Oshan, my character that I play on my Thursday game, he didn't know his parents. He was found as a baby and adopted by some half-elves. He always thought that he was kind of half-elfish because he looked like them, but he didn't have pointed ears. So that was kind of weird, but he wasn't sure. Finds out later that his parents are actually dream beings that were being slaughtered by the nightmare god. And they gave him to this family in order to keep him safe.
Wow. That's cool.
So that's the thing. And that has a lot to do with like his class, his subclass, like who he is and all that kind of stuff. Then I have another character, Theoden, who he is a essentially like a Nordic pirate, like a Viking.
That's cool.
He uses daggers. He was a very like an archer kind of guy. Very cool. His father was a big head of the Viking like clan of his town, and he set off on his own to get his own fame and bring fame back to his family, and he got brought in to do a job, and that's how he got started with his stuff. And so it could be as simple as that, like how I just explained that to you, where it's like you know, he learned from his father how to fight. His father's a Viking, so he learned to fight Vikings, but he was smaller naturally, so he learned to be quick with daggers and be, ranged and stuff like that. So you can build in explanations for things,
and you can build in lore as long as it makes sense. And it's
exactly.
I kind of have an idea of like the background, like I kind of have something in mind of like what was my family going to war against,
Yes,
stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a great thing. They could have been honestly, and a very normal thing would be like they were going to war. They died in the War of the Dragons. They fought in the Great War of the Dragons, which has happened in the past at this point.
Yeah, that's cool. I thought of something similar to that, where it was like they were going to war against like a beast god because we're a race of beasts, and like
you would probably be from the area, like from the continent that you're on.
Yeah.
So it would have to be like something from history then, which is fine.
Oh, okay. So it can't be. It can't be completely.
It can
made up.
be.
Yeah.
It can be. It can be. I just need to know if that's a thing that you're gonna do, because I have to build that into the story as well.
Oh, okay. So
there has to be
simpler.
There has to be some consistency between your stuff and my stuff.
Okay, so it has to be consistent. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, let's just say it was like there's a dragon god. Let's go
Sure.
Demon Souls. There's the war of and the dragon god was like leading the charge against our. There's a battle for supremacy of beasts, essentially.
In the world that I'm probably going to set up, there will have been a War of the Dragons that is a historical war that happened in the last 100 years. And so your family fought and died in that war. And it was the dragons versus the people of the earth. So it was one of the few times in the world that everybody banded together, regardless across race and people groups and things, to band together to defeat this dragon god.
Okay.
So something like that. Right.
So that's what you're talking. It's got to be consistent, and every character has to experience. Like they all know about it. Like all of our characters know.
Yes.
About
If it's something like dealing with a god or a war or something like that, every character would have to have known about that.
And that could end up being the main antagonist of your campaign. Like if we're like level 20 at the end, slaying the dragon god.
Exactly. Like we won't be because we're just playing a one shot. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna keep Engelbert for every campaign I do.
Yeah, he's a good one shot character. Another way to do this, and another way to get some like. So let's do this real quick. Google search on this tab, Leonin Barbarian. Ooh. And then go to images.
So let's just like look at the art.
Yep. And so people have done art based on this prompt. And you can be like,
I like to see.
And be like, so what is he like? Kind of, what's the vibe? Like, is that his vibe?
Yeah, that's what I imagined seeing. Because it's got the hammer, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. I like that.
And then the storms. Well, he's in the sea, right? But I would be in more of like a tundra.
Well, that's a tundra. That could be a tundra, so it doesn't really matter. But he's coming off a mountain.
Yeah, it's like a beast.
So Leonin is essentially,
I like that it's like
that's an orc.
That's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, you can. It's essentially just like a lion guy.
That's sick.
So the one next to that guy, to the right of those two,
like this.
Yeah, that feels like a good like. You like if it would just replace the axe with a hammer.
Yeah.
Like he's lean and he's like not overly like barbaric because he still plays in towns and stuff because he's a musical guy. You know,
that's
he's a performer.
True, yeah.
He's a performer, so he can't be like
he doesn't spend all his time
grody.
Fighting.
Exactly. He can't be too grody. So you have to find that balance. But you do generally walk around shirtless with some trinkets around you or something.
Yeah. These are cool.
So I would just find a cool one that you like that kind of fits what you're going for and then save it and then add it as your like art in your character.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
That way it gives you like a visual to work with.
What if I draw them in paint?
You could do that too.
I could, yeah.
But it helps me to get like a visual of like who I'm going for.
This guy's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, and what color is your fur? Because that's kind of particular.
Oh, that's a good question.
So think about that. That's just a thing to think about. You don't have to let me know right now. But
okay, well, since I'm from the tundra, it would make sense that okay, I could do two things. I could do it based on, I mean, naturally you'd think I'd be white, right?
Mm-hmm, probably.
I kind of like the idea of
white
having
with
like
what stripes?
I thought about being just like pure black fur because we're in the tundra and black absorbs heat, so that's how we stay warm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like it. That's cool. And it's like you don't ever see a black lion, so like
yeah. So you could be a black lion that's kind of like a trimmer black lion, and he's got maybe like some white streaks on him. Yeah,
definitely. But to associate him with the mountains and
well, then that's like the magic, the latent magic that has invested itself in him from the tundra made some pieces of him white.
Yeah, every time I've used my skill, it just makes me. So my tundra skill, that would be kind of a cool lore tidbit, I guess, if that is consistent with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is like, this is kind of cool. So this is sort of
Yeah.
And he's
Well,
got
yeah,
like the white streaks.
that's a very good example of like kind of where I am like, you're not 100% hair, but you're
Look
like,
at all my Pokemon I had to get in
oh
here.
yeah.
Yeah, this is cool because it's like I'm growing white stripes essentially because of the magic that I use as a storm
and it can
herald.
be like, it can look like scars on your chest, like white scars that come across your chest.
That's sick.
From your
It
storm
manifests
herald
itself in like a violent way just
Yeah.
because of the nature of like because I'm a
Exactly.
barbarian.
Exactly.
That's
and
cool.
because
I
of
like
the nature
that.
of the storm. So, yeah. So, like, remember all this stuff because I'm going to ask you to describe your character to everybody.
That's awesome. I that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And you don't have to get into like deep lore for him if you want. You can just like describe what he looks like, and then like as things happen, you can you can say like, you know,
I like that.
I'm gonna
Is there a way
rage
that I could change this to the image that I had?
Yeah, you can
Just choose a file.
choose file. Yeah.
It's probably too big, but I'll fix it later. Oh, actually, no. That works out.
There you go. There you go.
All right. All right. I like that. Cool backdrops. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep it.
There you go.
All right. Is there anything else we need to do?
I think
we're
that's it.
pretty much caught up.
Yeah, that's it. You did it.
We'll
You
make
built your
this,
first D&D character.
Yeah. There we go. That's nice.
You built your first D&D character.
That's cool. I like it.